Hello friends, welcome to Align Pattern. Today we are going to talk about some top 20 computer operating system MCQs with simple explanation. If you haven't watched previous OS questions and answer segment, then please check our operating system series in playlist section. So without further ado, let's get started. So our first question is, you should choose this mode if you don't know how long you won't use your computer but want to have the same desktop state when you resume. And the answer is hibernate. We should choose hibernate mode if we don't know how long we won't use your computer but want to have the same desktop state when you resume. This option is available for laptops, might not be available for all PCs. We have to use hibernation when you know that you won't use your laptop or tablet for an extended period and won't have the opportunity to change the battery during that time. Okay, then the next question is, the category of operating system that you mostly likely to have running on your PDA computer is a dash operating system. And the answer is single user single task. Single user single task operating system occupies less space in memory. Actually, this allows a single user to perform only one task at a time. Functions like printing a document, downloading image can be performed only one at a time. For example, including the MS-DOS and Palm OS, etc. Then the next question is, running multiple programs at the same time, it's called dash. And the answer is multitasking. In an operating system, multitasking is allowing a user to perform more than one computer task at a time. For example, when you open your web browser and then open the Word document, at the same time there you are causing the operating system to do the multitasking. Windows 2000, IBM's OS 390 and Linux are the best example of operating system that can be multitasking. Okay. Then the fourth question is, what is the meaning of hibernate in Windows XP or Windows 7? And the answer is, shut down the computer without closing the running application. As we have seen, actually the hibernate mode is used when we don't know how long we won't use your computer but want to have the same desktop state when you resume. Okay, in simple term we can say that the hibernate is to shut down the computers without closing the running application. Got it? Then the fifth question is, what do you mean by dialog box? A. Interactive message box. B. Group of options. C. Set of controls, and D. All of these. And the answer is D. All of these. In Microsoft Windows, when you right click of any file and choose the properties option, then you are presented with the properties dialog box, and that type of box is the interactive dialog message box having a group of options to display useful information and set of controls that you want to use. To cancel or close a dialog box, you can press escape key. If the escape key does not work, then simply click the cancel button or X button if available. Okay. Then the next question is, what to do to properly exit the Windows? A. Click the stop button on the desktop. B. Select the shutdown from the start menu. And the answer is B. Select the shutdown from the start menu. To properly exit the Windows, you should have to select shutdown from the start menu. Okay. Then the next question is, which of the following is not a system tool? A. Scan disk. B. Folder. C. Backup. And D. Format. And the answer is D. Folder. System tool is a family of programs that claims to scan for a malware and displays the fake warning of malicious program and viruses. They then inform the user that he or she needs to pay money to register the software to remove the non-existent threads. And here in this option, folder is not a system tool. Got it? Then the next question is, a utility that can be used to minimize the number of fragmented files and enhance the speed. A. Disk space. B. Defrag. C. Scan disk. And D. Double space. And the answer is B. Defrag. You can use the disk defragmenter utility to reduce the total fragmentation on a drive. Actually, the word disk defrag is typically used to refer to the Microsoft Windows utility called the disk defragmenter. It is designed to solve a problem that occurs because of the way hard disk store the data. Okay. Then the next question is, how can you optimize the performance of your computer? A. Delete unused files. B. Defrag disk. C. Scan for viruses. And D. All of these. And the answer is D, all of these. You can optimize the performance of your computer by uninstalling the unnecessary software, limit the program at a startup, add more RAM to your PC, check for spyware and viruses, use disk cleanup and defragmentation by considering a startup SSD, and to take a look at your web browser. Okay. Then the next question is, recently used application file list appears in the Windows operating system. A. Setting menu, B. Documents menu, C. Run dialog box, D. Program menu. And the answer is B. Documents menu. In Windows operating system, recently used application file list appears in Documents menu. The Documents menu allows you to apply the settings that are stored with your document file. Only your current document is affected by the settings you make in this menu. Okay. Then the next question is, what is booting means? Answer is restarting a computer. In computing, boosting is the process of starting a computer as initiated via hardware such as a button or a software command. Restarting a computer also is called as the rebooting, which can be hard. For example, after electrical power to the CPU is switched off, from off to on, or software the power is not cut. Okay. Then the next question is, when you open My Computer on desktop, you see the information of A. hard disk, B. CD, C. removable disk, and D. all of these. And the answer is D. all of these. When you open My Computer on desktop, you see the information of hard disk, CD, and removable disk. All primary computers' hard drives are found inside a computer case and are attached to the computer's motherboard using an ATA, SCSI, or the SATA cable. Hard drives are powered by connections to the power supply unit. That's why our answer is D, all of these. Then the next question is, dash is an intermediate storage for deleted files, and the answer is recycle bin. Recycle bin is an intermediate storage of deleted files. We know the recycle bin is the feature of Microsoft Windows that is used to store and delete the unwanted files. User can drag a file to the deleted files in the recycle bin or right click on the items and select the delete from the pop-up menu. The file is not immediately deleted, so that if the user changes his or her mind, the file can be retrieved from the recycle bin. When the recycle bin is empty, file is deleted permanently. Through it possible for it to be recovered through the file history or third-party utilities under the limited circumstances. Got it? Then the next question is, we can start the application from, and the answer is run. We can start the application from run. The run command is used to directly open an application or documents whose path is known. It functions more or less like a single line command line interface. Question number 15. Which of the following is not a process state? A. New, B. Ready, C. Hold, and D. Running. And the answer is C. Hold. Hold is not the process state. Each process has one of the following state: new, running, ready, terminated, and waiting. New, that is the process is being created. Ready, the process is waiting to assign to a processor. Running command, that is instructions are being executed. Terminated or finished, the process has finished the execution. And waiting state, that is the process is waiting for some events to occur, such as an input-output operation. It is important to realize that only one process can be running on any processor at any instant. Okay. Then the next question is, save operations mean dash, and the answer is put data into the secondary storage. Computers use main memory such as random access memory and cache to hold the data that is being processed. We know that, right? So however this type of memory is volatile, it loses its contents when the computer is switched off. Okay. Then the next question is, a spooler is a location in memory that maintains the content of document until its print out. B. Queue of print job that are waiting to print. C. Programs that coordinates the print job that are waiting to process. And D. Message that are sent from the printer to the operating system when a print job is complete. And our answer is C. Program that coordinates the print job that are waiting to process. In computing, spooling is a specialized form of multi-programming for the purpose of copying the data between the different devices. It is usually used for mediating between the computer's application and a slow peripheral such as a printer. Nowadays, the most common use of spooling is a printing. For example, when a large organization prepares a payroll check, The computation takes only a few minutes or even a seconds, but the printing process might take hours. If the payroll program printed checks directly, it would be unable to proceed to other computations until all the checks were printed. Similarly, before spooling was added to the PC, operating system word processor were able to do anything else, including the interact with the user while printing. That's why our answer is C. Okay. Then the next question is, the problem with dash file is that they slow your computer's operation, and the answer is fragmented. Actually, the fragmentation process causes slow access time, as read or write head accessing the data must find all the fragmented of a file before it can be opened or executed. If the hard drives has to do this many files each time it's open, it can decrease the computer's performance. That's why our answer is fragmented here. The problem with fragmented file is that they slow your computer's operation. Got it? Then the next question is, user actions such as keystroke or mouse clicks are referred to as A. Interrupts, B. Task, C. Process, D. Event, and the answer is D. Event. If we see by the definition, an event is an action or occurrence that can be identified by a program and has a significance for a system hardware or the software. That is why in simple term we can say that the events can be user generated, such as keystroke and mouse clicks, or the system generated, such as the program loading, running out of memory, or the even errors. Okay. Then the next question is, what is the method of handling the deadlocks? A. Use a protocol to ensure that the system will never enter a deadlock state. B. Allow the system to enter the deadlock state and then recover. C. Pretend that deadlocks never occur in the system. And D. All of these. And our answer is D. All of these. Basically, deadlock occurs almost in any situation when there is a sharing of resources by the processes, and these deadlock could be handled by the four ways. First one is very simple term, that is ignoring the deadlock. In this approach, the operating system assumes that the deadlock never occurs and it simply ignores the deadlock. This is being used by many operating systems, mainly for the end user uses. This approach is best suitable for a single end user system where user uses the system only for the browsing and all other normal stuff. And our second approach is deadlock prevention. Actually, deadlock happens only when the mutual exclusion holds and wait. No preemption and the circular wait hold simultaneously. If it is possible to violate one of the four conditions at any time, then the deadlock can never occur in the system. Third one is the deadlock avoidance, where the operating system checks whether the system is in safe state or in unsafe state at every simple step. In simple words, the OS reviews each allocation so that the allocation does not causes the deadlock in the system. And the last one is the deadlock detection and recovery. This approach let the process falls in the deadlock and then periodically check whether the deadlock occurs in the system or not. If it is occurs, then it applies some of the recovery method to the system to get rid of the deadlock. Okay, we will surely can discuss this deadlock stuff of OS in separate form of the video. Till then, you just remember this simple explanation. That's why our answer is D, all of this. Okay, that the method of handling deadlock is to use a protocol to ensure that the system will never enter a deadlock state, allow the system to enter the deadlock state, and then recover, and final to pretend that deadlock never occurs in the system. Got it? If you like this informative video, please share and subscribe the channel Align Pattern. Keep study for your exams. See you in the next lecture.